U.S. Immigration Attorney Sarah Wyngaard with 3A Immigration Services. In this video, we're going over the supporting documents that will be filed with your Form I-129 with your H-2B petition, and we'll talk about why every detail matters. Alrighty, so once your labor certification is approved by the Department of Labor by the DOL, your I-129 petition is then filed with U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services, or USCIS. But to get it approved, it usually needs to be backed up with complete and accurate documentation showing you really couldn't find U.S. workers and that you really need all of the workers that you're asking for. Alrighty, so here's what should be included in your filing. Now, first up, you will include that approved ETA 9142B that you got from the DOL right after your recruitment stage. That was the certification that proved that you were unable to find, X number of U.S. workers, and so instead you really do need to bring in foreign workers. Next up, for many clients, your supporting documents will also include an employer statement of need that kind of describes your seasonal need and talks about the number of workers you need and why you need that number to fulfill your contracts. Now at 3A, we often include a payroll spreadsheet as well that documents the employer's labor needs for the past couple of years. Maybe we include past or upcoming client lists as well. I also like to include sample client contracts that shows the type of work that you engage in. Now, basically, with this, you're proving that you have enough work to keep X number of workers busy for the entire season. Now, some of you will be filing what's called a named petition, and others will be filing what's called an unnamed petition. Now, which you file usually, not always, but usually depends upon whether the workers that you are requesting are physically in the United States or outside of the United States at the time your paperwork is filed. So if you're naming workers, then the submission usually includes copies of the workers' passports, things like their previous H-2B visas, and documentation of the time they have spent on the H-2B program in the United States in the previous 3 years. Now, if you don't need to name the workers in your I-129, then the paperwork will instead refer to X number of unnamed workers or unnamed beneficiaries. Now, your workers will instead need to be named when they go to the U.S. consulate appointments that you set for them in their home country. Now, you do have to remember that even if there's a small mismatch in some of this paperwork, like a different start date or a pay rate, something like that, USCIS will usually issue what's called a request for evidence or an RFE, which can delay your case for weeks, even jeopardize your approval. And that's why you need to double check every field, every attachment, every date, every document that you file with the I-129. As all these steps of the H-2B process, we're racing to the finish line. Now, if your workers are attending a consulate appointment, if you can get that I-129 filed and approved 1 day quicker, that means that your workers will get into the consulate usually 1 day faster and then working for you up in the United States 1 day earlier as well. So it's got really big ramifications. You want to get it filed right the first time and get it approved as quickly as possible so that your workers arrive as close to your employment start date as possible. Now at 3A Immigration, we handle all of your I-129 supporting documents for you so nothing gets missed and your case gets moved forward faster without delays. So give us a call. Let's talk.